the first game of the night. It's going to be brought to you by the handsome gentleman, lizZard, and of course neph as well. Thank you.
So this Pugna and Dip going Nether Blast level 1. When I've seen this, people have gone Nether Ward. Why has he done this?
You can perhaps die as Pugna with Blast.
That's absolutely correct. That is exactly what he does.
So it makes a lot of sense.
Alright, that's my number one doomer take. I'm sorry. Just getting the blast, walking up into the heroes, getting clicked down, stunned, and killed.
On bottom lane as well, Mirana getting kinda low.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they get her.
As well. Alright. Just get anybody he can, quick kill.
I'd like to. You see how they're drawing their own jungle? I'd like him to do that.
Well, he sees Mirana with the nightmare. There's the blink. He only gets onto the Mirana though. Rita ends up coming out, throws the Sand King back into the wall. He might get finished off here if this Pulse Nova damage. Yes, it does finish them off. Actually ends up getting 2, but he does go down afterwards. Double damage on this Ember Spirit ends up being a little bit on the Sand King here. If he gets away after they drop a double smoke and waste all this time coming up here, they're in a lot of trouble. He's playing it safe though. Whoa, they do end up connecting with him. The arrow comes out afterwards. There is no chance he gets away from this one.
The saddest thing is, like, that, but he can, right?
Yeah.
So it's
he just about did.
It's even scary for them to do that. Mid lane.
Now they're heading to the mid. The arena comes out. Spear off onto the Tiny into the side. The arrow connects with them as well. He's going to go down before he gets a chance to get anything off. Stranger, he ends up dropping as well. Now Ember Spirit needs to try to get out. Vayne, they're on top of him, but Pig Mode, he's got a lot of movement speed under this one. He might just get away from this. Lightning Storm to slow him down, but he gets away. You quickly, you walk into it once, and then you sharpshooter behind you, and then let it go.
Yeah.
You need to, so they change it. They change it so the soldiers on the side of the arena will knock you back, but those things have a cooldown. So you activate the cooldown of the soldiers on the side. And
that's the recent change that you. Nice double stun.
Finished off there, trying to keep his HP topped up, but they're playing with him.
That's the recent change you're talking about, right? Because tier 1 tower move, right?
Yeah.
Mirana is breaking the smoke.
Yeah. Smoke broken, but they're going to lose the Mirana from this one alongside that bushwhack. He's finished off. Now faces forward. He's got his TP available, and he'll probably just move to the trees here, then TP home.
He has a chrono. Yeah, he has a...
I mean, it's a sign that they're setting up. Spear comes out. Burrow Strike comes out. They back up afterwards. There's the Chronosphere only off into the Sand King, but it doesn't look like they have any follow-up for this. The stun comes out from the left strike. They do manage to bring him down. They get the Bane as well, so there's 2 kills that they find. Too far dive them, and
Bane
ends up buying them enough time for another Chronosphere. Yeah, Bane gone on here. Arrow off the mark, but
piggy.
I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this one. Razabuke up in 2 seconds. Spear up in 1. He goes down. Up at the top lane as well. Sand King about to drop. Finished off by the left track with that Pulse Nova. Now trying to chase down Stranger. 2 seconds until Time Walk's available. Faces Void on top of him. Couple auto attack. No bashes. A miss. He's in the Roche pit. He bunny hops out. Alright, Stranger's just going to finish him off. Get him. No, Spear ends up finishing him off. That was a sick attack.
Back up. I think Mirana might break this. Perhaps not. Oh, they only had vision.
Yeah. Mirana slated. Oh, Spear ends up missing the trees there. He just goes down the cliff here on the Bane. Now he nightmares off of the Mars. He's got a Fiend's Grip available as well. He might just drop him onto somebody. Tiny getting run down by the left track, but he's about to run out of mana. He's got to stop chasing. Searing Chains comes out, holding him in place. Arena, but immediately hit with a Burst Strike, and there it is finally. The Fiend's Grip, but the Chronosphere catches 3! He's burning them all down. Just getting Chain Lightning to death, and all 3 end up dropping. You do end up catching out Pugna on the back line, but beautiful Chronosphere.
Game-oriented drafts, and then they don't do a lot with them after the laning stage. That's the problem.
Did the Sand King just dodge the arrow and then hit the Tiny?
Mid lane.
It did, over the mid lane. Yeah, getting run down here. Pig Boy, he ends up melting. Oh, Burrow Strike ends up coming off for the Mirana, but in place there. Finished off there on Stranger. They just fortunately get on top of people. Time walks forward, but
really enjoy playing with them. Some extra mobility. It's not the newest thing. Void.
Yeah.
Can they kill him?
It's that Blink Avalanche. Sharpshooter, yeah, finished off there. Pugna now going to get run down. Have them place for a couple seconds while I deal with this nether ward and wait for their skills to come off cooldown. There's the stun, the bushwhack on the Pugna.
Other than life drain is extremely annoying. Can they catch more? Mid lane, they have grip.
Well, they're gonna try, yeah. They're just gonna epicenter this one. There's the burst strike off into two! He blinked into it! And he throws the spear on the side of the arena. It does actually end up interrupting the Fiend's grip onto him, but it doesn't matter. He goes down anyways.
BB right now is the fact that you're playing versus an Aegis. So you don't want to use that chrono, you want to save it for afterwards.
Yeah, burst strike off on the Faceless Void. Meanwhile, the toss off onto him, but okay. Yeah. Chronosphere ends up coming out. They want to finish off this Bane. They're afraid of him. They manage to grab him. Tiny sitting at half HP. Spear off the mark now, and he's going to try to walk away. On top of here by the lizZard, but again, he does have the Aegis available, so he'll get back up in just a second. Backside of the team fight, the Ember Spirit, he ended up blinking in on top of these heroes. He's got the BKB active as well, trying to deal with the back line. Tiny, he's long gone, and managed to get the Pugna before he gets himself back. Bash, he does get the bash off on the Sand King. lizZard, you cursed him. You're not supposed to call these things, man.
Isn't that?
Yeah, they've got good vision here. But getting on top, getting on top of his Ember Spirit is not easy. Again, he blinks into the team. In fact, there it is. Burrow strike off into him. Arena comes out, ends up getting the Chronosphere off onto two. So Sand King, they're trying to finish him off, and he's got a BKB. He's not going down so easily. Can he get out? No, he can't. Epicenter doesn't get off before he melts. Fiend's Grip doesn't finish off the Faceless Void. Time to walk off, so a lot of that damage. Second place there on the arm. Bushwhack manages to finish her off. Held in place there thanks to Split Earth, and Tiny ends up going down as well. Now Bane getting run down. Ember Spirit, this side of the team fight, manages to find 1-2, but can away at the tower.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to kill any of them, really.
He blinks super far forward here, gets Burrow Striked up on the Mars, but he's got BKB and Refresher. He just pops the BKB. He's afraid of them committing onto him.
Sorry, I guess.
Yeah, it's a safety BKB. He's very safe over in the back now. Rooted up, Bushwhack, held in place, but again, this is the guy with the Aegis. Nightmare now committed. But
Tiny.
He doesn't want to drop the Fiend's Grip onto his first life.
Tiny?
Tiny? Tiny? Tiny almost manages to take the melee racks down there at the bottom like MSTPs, but they don't manage to get the melee racks up down in the top lane either. lizZard!
Oh, my. Sure.
I feel like this is the conversation you'd be having with B-Cop, though. He man watches a lot of films.
Yo, I do as well. My problem is I don't always remember all the actors' names.
Yeah. No BKB available, so he ends up taking a lot of damage here on Mars. He just has a Refresher Orb available. There it is. He ends up dropping a second Arena. Ends up catching two with this one, but two of them just walk out with their BKBs. Stranger looks like he's going to be the only casualty. lizZard hops forward, though. Ends up getting the stun off on a Tiny. His BKB on cooldown. Faces Void jumping forward. He's got Chronosphere available if he wants to drop it. There it is. Grabs the position one. Stranger about to be finished off by the Spirit Vessel. 928 with the kill. Tiny buys back in the game, held in place. There it is. The Fiend's Grip coming out of the lizZard. The Tiny finally here, but spends a lot of time walking back and forth. There he is, gets on top of the lizZard. Couple auto attacks might finish him off. There's the crit. And now they're forced to get back, but a lot of buybacks expended.
It's not about the company's time. You're making them work more.
Yeah, Arena comes out, but they only end up connecting with the Spirit here.
I'm kidding. I'm not.
Yeah, you're the most anti-corporation person I know. Yeah, actually, Ricky's up there as well. Listening to the two of you talk during DPC was interesting, as you guys put it. Oh, interesting what just happened to the Pugna there.
You see, it's always the craps and whatnot. Faceless Void actually already top lane. He's setting up. You have two chronos to work with, so...
Oh, there's the first chrono that ends up coming out. Tries to finish off Tiny, grabbed his first life, and he bought back previously as well. If he goes down here, they just win the game. I don't know why he doesn't commit it. Chronosphere, he doesn't have to, that's why. He ends up going down. What? Alright, they committed preemptively there now. Spirit off to the side of the arena. He is down 125 seconds with no Tiny. Mid-tier 2 is still standing. This takes so much time. They spend like a good 15-20 seconds. The arena ends up coming out. Bane throws a sleep off for himself, buys him a little bit of time, but he still ends up dropping anyway. He's got buyback available.
Buying it.
Yeah. Getting them out. They know where they are. I mean, Faceless Void might just jump on top of the hill. They jump on top of Faceless Void first, so the burster comes up, but he's force-staffed out, pops the BKB. Meanwhile, the other side of the fight, lizZard going to work. There it is. The first Chronosphere comes out, finished off there on the Sand King. You might just drop another Chronosphere if he has to on the Tiny. He doesn't. He's dead without buyback again. He is able to buy back.
But it truly isn't.
Yeah. I mean, that was a 2,000 crit right there. He barely felt that on Leshrac.
Yep.
Now he's back up to full HP again. Arena comes out off on the Sand King. They grab again. Can he get his cheese off? He can't. He just goes down before he can pop it. 120 seconds, no Sand King. They're going for this next set of racks, and there it is. They just called the GG.
Yep.
They know there's no way to defend from this one. They played right into YBB's hands. Run over the road.
They had a... Who got the last hit? Let me see. It was...
It shows you, look, they got these super helpful tips to observers and casters now. The TB got the last hit, but the gold went to the Pugna. It's got them in brackets over there. There it is, the arrow with the Shadow Demon setup. They find the kill at the very beginning. This is what we were talking about, my man.
There you go. MS. Yeah.
There's the flame from the nether reaches protecting him. Speaking of flame from the nether reach, he went nether blast again. Burrow strike and arrow. He's probably gonna be able to walk away from this one. This is what I don't like about it, though. All right, LG taking a little bit of harass here for the Metamorphosis. He'll be able to get away. But the fact that you have to play so far up when you go for this build rather than the nether ward reduces enemy spell damage, punishes them if they want to drop anything off onto your carry. Definitely prefer the nether ward at level 1.
Can they
Arrow
kill
after
TB?
the burrow strike. He might just drop here. 2 more auto attacks will finish him. Actually, just 1. Rana has huge right clicks. LG playing forward. They just want to get on top of this Pugna.
He's got
They
the fairy.
trade with them auto attacks. The fairy fire. They end up getting 2 kills here.
You know that,
Donatello are surprisingly bad at math.
right?
Arrow coming out. The body blocks end up setting this one up, and the Pugna's just going to drop again.
Yeah, there's Alina.
Yep. By the way, speaking of Blink Dagger, Templar Assassin ended up going one for a first time as well. Banish comes out up at the top, and the arrow to follow it up, landing off onto the Pugna, but they don't want to commit onto the Mars. The Sand King ends up coming in. Spear ends up connecting with an illusion, but it looks like they're about to lose Shadow Demon anyway. 2 more auto attacks. Tries to salve up, survive a little bit longer. Doesn't really do the trick, though. Sand King is able to walk away. Well, it looks like they want to continue to chase this. Blink Dagger available on Sand King. Got Burrow Strike as well, but playing so close to the tower, they start to back away. They turn their eyes towards this mid-tier 1 now. Sand King sitting up on top of the hill. They can't really fight into this, can they? They're going to try. Enid reveals his Blink Dagger. Spear off of the Templar Assassin on the side. Life Drain ends up coming there. Finished off by the Laguna Blade.
Yeah, so the Sand King needs to jump in and just stun a couple of these targets that are channeling spells. So,
Electric Ray comes out from the Sand King. They end up catching him as well. Stuck around too long.
yeah, of how they want to be playing. It's
I like aggressive gameplay.
It's yeah, MS top lane. Can they catch him? They should be able
They're
to.
going to try is the epicenter. Burrow Strike comes out afterwards. If he could get the Sunder off onto somebody, tries to throw it off the Stranger, but doesn't end up getting it. Spear off onto the Illusion. Stranger, he doesn't know the trick. He tries to leap out of the arena, but he ends up getting caught.
He didn't listen. I think this is really disciplined from YBB, unless they go into
No discipline, lizZard. No discipline here.
Okay, they
They're
get
gonna chase him. They get the Shadow Demon like you mentioned. Another thing is 2,000, 1,500. They're gonna go. Marana ulted up. Arrow ends up getting blocked by the Illusion. They finish it off. Stunned up off from the Sand King, unfortunately. And now they're collapsing up into YBB. Leafstealer trying to find something. He doesn't have a great way of staying on top of anyone now. Getting on them or slowing them afterwards. Pugna
nice
forced dash himself down the hill, but he actually got stunned by the Ogre there.
928.
928. Yeah. He ends up going down. Stunned up by the arrow just as that TP was completing. And now Lina getting chased down. Minute and 30 seconds on this
She died
Aegis.
twice even.
Demonic Bird. She's going to beat KB as soon as she gets up.
Yeah.
You have buyback available on Hoodwink as well, and you're underneath the tier 2. Arena ends up coming out off of the side there. Rana, she doesn't go anywhere either. Now, Sand King, he doesn't connect with anything with this epicenter. This is falling apart. Lifestealer, he is a long way from home. Terrorblade's on top of him. They are in too deep to be able to get back. Aeonid, he's standing his ground
He has
as
infest.
best he can. All right, he infests into the Sand King, but Sand King surprisingly tanky. Slowed up a little bit. Blink Dagger. All right, he ends up. Oh no! Wait, what do they have protection on him? Oh, the sentry right there on the bottom of the hill.
Right, GB2, the nullifier. The TA is definitely one of those heroes that does not mind buying it.
Arena comes out, no demon. They don't have much to defend at this point. Ends up coming in, Burrow Strike, the arrow, but BKB's it off. Meanwhile, Sandking clipped onto the trees there. They get on top of him, bring him down. Laguna Blade doing a ton of damage. Out of the SK.
Range. That range was great. It was a mini blink.
Oh, the range bash, yeah. He jump on top of people, yeah.
Sandking is in. Pugna.
Yeah, they end up getting on top of the Pugna. Arrow ends up connecting with him as well, but backside of the team fight, you don't actually end up connecting with anything. MS, he's a long way from home. Demonic Purge as well, so he's not going anywhere. He's got to sunder something. He might just sunder 928 here. We'll see.
Or maybe no one.
Yeah, or maybe no one. BKB, you don't end up popping it here on the Mars. He just ends up going down. 8-second BKB is still available. I mean,
Lina is trying to split push top. Buy them some
she's
time.
trying. I mean, it might work. And we saw the same thing in the pre-Life Stealer. I am pleasantly surprised. But yeah, Lina chipping away at this tier 3 tower. So both teams end up getting a tier 3.
Sandking.
Lina playing this about as well as she can.
She's back though, so they'll have to fight here. Sandking is infested. He can go in.
Yeah. If they're waiting for an opportunity to, they're going to wrap around the back, it looks like. Maybe just bait the enemies, not thinking that. Hoodwink ended up throwing out Bushwhack over there. Burstrike ends up coming out alongside the epicenter. They get on top of the Lina. She goes down, buys back into the game. Sand King held in place with the Yule Scepter, but down inside the arena, it looks like banished up for now because they catch him. Beautiful light strike right off on the 2. They do end up catching Templar Assassin, but she has her BKB available and her Blink Dagger for when she gets back up. She's thrown into the barracks though. She has no chance to pop her BKB. She is down. She doesn't have buyback available. Amazing setup there.
Shadow Demon.
Now they're chasing down Shadow Demon as well. Bushwhack the trees, speared.
Yeah. He's. He looks like someone I know. Whoa.
Arena comes out. Saved again. I mean, every time a spear comes out of the side of the arena, this is saved from the backline from the Shadow Demon, but they try to stay on top of this Templar Assassin. She gets the blink out, though. Fraction charges. She is her level 25, but they kill the SD. Gonna try to catch more, hopefully? Auto attack doesn't actually end up connecting with the Sand King. It's they're backed up for now, but, you know, like you mentioned, they keep taking these fights and escaping. Bushwhack comes out, but he committed the rage this time. They probably want to try to go on this. A couple seconds. Yeah, Epicenter with a Burrow Strike. They ended up catching off from the Hoodwink. Sitting very low in the Lina as well. They're going to try to run him on the back line. Pugna just about to drop. One more auto attack. He tries to life drain up on the Sand King. Very bold of him to do, but everybody goes down. The terror.
And there we go. On the courier.
Yeah, this is what they're going to do. Wrap around them before they get to the tier 3. And they're going to connect with the Sand King, who's got his buyback off of cooldown now. What? He actually ends up finding the first strike. They get a stun off onto the Mars. The arrow ends up coming afterwards. He's just down. No buyback available on him. They catch Pugna afterwards as well. It is a complete disaster. MS isn't even able to finish off their Shadow Demon. Stun comes out. I mean, they're getting him now, but Life Stealer, he's on top of MS and gets the bash in the middle of the casting animation for the Sunder. And now about to run down the Lina. Buying back now on the Terrorblade, but he doesn't have Metamorphosis available. Lina stunned up, taken down after the Burrow Strike. And the TP off of the fight by MS is canceled, but there's no way for them to fight into this. They're going to get this Rax. And they just call it. Oh my god. A one bad team fight. It is all over for YBB. That game, it looked like they had it off the draft there, but
YBB and IGV again, very important series for both of them, and to bring the action will be our handsome lads.
Whatever happens, happens.
Exactly.
If CK runs into 5 heroes, you know, it happens.
Yeah, you just turn away and you run.
Surprised that Marana didn't try to line up an arrow onto the CK as he ran through that narrow path. Oh, that is why. He sets up with the sleep. Arrow ends up coming down. The beatdown from every hero on their side. Poor A unit. The kill goes off the way of TD, even though they try to give it to the Razor.
Yeah,
effectively. Expensive as far as mana cost goes as well. They're going to try to do a little bit of damage to the Pugna as well. Arrow ends up coming off, but But he doesn't throw any auto attacks off in a Pugna while that's happening. In fact, he's taking a lot of damage here.
Damn, yeah. He took way too much damage. Healing.
Yeah. Pugna,
That's maybe a bit too deep.
Coming out, but yeah, the creep wave blocking any potential arrow coming out. I mean, underneath the tier 2 might be a little bit too much. Pulled back on the Storm Spirit, finished off there. Creeps ended up finishing the job. Storm ends up coming out, trying to TP out on the Storm, but he can't. He ends up going down inside his base. I think there was an auto attack. No, that was a tick from Eye of the Storm hit him when he was inside his base, so finished him off.
CK? Sir?
Huh? CK?
Okay.
Ends up going...
Expect.
And every time there's a new patch, more crazy shit. Wakes him up from the sleep, unfortunately. Shackles come out, but it's going to buy him time, but you're delaying the inevitable. He finished you off.
Just giving more and more damage to that lightning chicken. Storm is TPing bottom. He's 6, by the way.
Yeah, he jumps into the arena, ends up catching out the Mars, pulls him back, tries to do as much magic damage as they can. Mystic Snake ends up finishing the job, so...
He also...
Unfortunately, with the haste rune.
Maybe he still can.
Oh, maybe they can. They're going to chase down the Chaos. Didn't pop BKB. And now, he ended up interrupting his own shackles there. Pops BKB out. Once he does go down the Shadow Shaman, Pugna sitting very low as well. Storm Spirit all out of mana, so everybody's forced to get back now. Medusa a long way from friends. The Fiend's Grip comes out, Spear finishes her off, and I'm pretty sure they just walk into the road.
The meta.
I'm sure that opinion is correct. I mean, Metamorphosis was expiring, and it's less damage than it used to be.
Oh, nice arena.
Yeah. Stun ends up coming out. They hold the Mars in place, and they're going to try to finish him off. He doesn't get the opportunity to spear anyone to the side of the arena. It goes down, but they do get the Shadow Shaman. Storm Spirit zipping in, trying to get on top of this Terrorblade. Doesn't have Sunder available, but it looks like he doesn't quite have enough damage to finish him off. He's trying to stand his ground and fight, and he does! He managed to bring down the Storm Spirit. Finished off by a unit, unfortunately, but now Razor is here. It's 49 stolen damage right now, trying to stand his ground up against the Chaos Knight. They managed to grab him, but now forced to run away from this Medusa.
And towards.
Very cool. I'm a Shadow Shaman player, so I like it.
You're so oblivious, stranger. Hello.
What do you think about the
everyone.
Roshan chicken? Oh, brought in here. Stranger, finish off. What did he press Moonlight Shadow there?
Yeah.
He ended up getting finished off by his own Moonlight Shadow. Roshan dropping incredibly low, does end up getting the Aegis on the Storm Spirit and goes down immediately afterwards. It's going to come back up. The arrow doesn't connect with him, it goes right through him. Timing just slightly off there.
They're going in though. There's
up on the hill, the spear. The Pugna ends up walking in front of it, but the Fiend's come front of the Storm Spirit immediately afterwards. He tried to save him, jumped in front of him like a hero.
Knuckles as well, right? So...
You know that he's committed to not building a BKB yet.
Yeah, exactly. CK bottom lane.
Oh. Yeah, pinned to the tree here. Fiend's Grip might have been a little bit overkill, but I guess they wanted to make...
This Orchid on Razor a lot better.
Yeah, Arena comes out up at the top lane, speared back on the Shadow Shaman. He ends up going down. I'm trying to punish this guy for doing a split push.
It'll open up the outpost. It's also a really nice area of the map to take at this point. The only problem is still on mid. Bane.
Yeah, Bane got on the Orchid off of him, so he's not able to save himself with the Nightmare. He gets the Fiend's Grip off, though! He survives with the Brain Sap, but they end up catching 2 here! They lose the CK and the Storm. The Bane goes down afterwards, but the damage is done.
Yeah, Forked Lightning when... Does it? It doesn't purge, though, right? Yeah, it doesn't.
I do not believe so.
Yeah. Storm, going in.
Storm Spirit coming in, yeah. The kill off on the Bane. The Arena ends up coming out. Shackled, so he's not able to throw a spear off afterwards. Still sitting on his BKB on the Mars, but not even necessary to pop it. End up going down the Shadow Shaman and the Storm Spirit. YBB trying to TP out. If they have any way to interrupt it, they don't. Just TP out. It's that easy.
You get an additional disable. Bottom lane. CK.
CK a long way from home. No Fiend's Grip available. Unfortunately, the creeps are there, so not able to sit up with an arrow, but with 4 heroes chasing you down, you are not long for this world, my friend. No TPing out from this one. Clarity when he is this low on mana. This guy is so stingy. Phantasm coming out. Stun ends up connecting over onto the Mars here, but they don't have enough damage to bring him down. Shadow Shaman melts immediately, though. Storm Spirit too far forward, sitting pretty low on mana. Arena ends up coming out, catching a unit. He is a long way from home, and they aren't able to catch Storm Spirit, so they'll take him as a consolation prize.
Yeah, wouldn't you pop your...
But then the second one is going to come out. Mirana ultimate, seeing if they can catch somebody. Medusa, they do have vision of her over here. They can get on top of her. Spear back into the team, and the Fiend's Grip coming out. They interrupt it. He's hexed, but Medusa still a very long way back into her base. She ends up going down. Razor beyond godlike with the double kill. Pugna getting chased down. He goes pig mode, trying to escape, but he drops it anyway. So we sit in our base and let them build up more of an advantage to get Roshan, or we can make a risky play and try to get back in this. Yeah, and they're going to go for the risky play, man.
This is the riskiest play. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, one of the wards is outside the pit as well. Oh no, they're connecting. Mars pops his BKB, turns to the spear off of the Storm Spear, but it ends up missing. Meanwhile, on the other side of the team fight, Arena does come out. Spears ends up throwing the... Oh my god, the Stonekids actually ends up holding the Terrorblade. He survives with the Shadow Shaman as well. I thought he would for sure die when he goes forward like that one. Ayanid ends up getting out of the arena. BKB ends up giving him enough duration to walk outside that one. Snatched Aegis by MS as well. Pugna does end up dropping. Medusa going to get back up, but the arrow ends up connecting with her. And she's thrown out of the pit as well. She ends up going down. No buyback available on her. She's
I said that they needed to get out on the map, but that was so ballsy. That was the riskiest play they could have done. Go straight into the pit. And they got punished earlier in the game. This time they won't think we're in. GG.
GG is cold.
Chaos.
I get my wish, and we are one step closer to the three-way tie of 1-6 between all these teams, where one of them is going to be forced into relegation. Chaos, baby, let's go.
So it's gonna be YPB, IGV, and